I think this would be a very good point to discuss either bachelor's, master's, or PhD admission opportunities. These are all things that are covered. So if anyone has any question, you can unmute yourself, you can ask your questions, or you can type it in the chat box, and I'm going to just try to view it here, and we'll try to address as many of them as we can within the short time that we have. Hello, we can hear you.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, thank you for the presentation.
You're
It
welcome.
was a wonderful one. Yeah, so
Okay.
I have this question pertaining to universities in Thailand.
Okay.
So can you give us an example of universities that a student can work part-time for, let's say, 30 hours, like you've mentioned in the presentation? Thank you.
I don't have a list of universities here. You're going to have to reach out to ARUS for that. I don't have a list of universities. We have universities that ARUS is working with directly, so I don't have a list. Yeah, please go ahead.
Hello, good morning. I have a question.
Go ahead, please.
Yeah, my question goes like this. Hello, are you there?
Yes, we can hear you.
All right, my question goes like this. For one who wants to study and also work, can the dependents also work with the person who's studying, or is it just the person studying that could be able that could work, you know?
Depending on the country you're referring to, if it's a Western country like Canada, the student can work 20 hours per week, the dependent can work full-time. But in most of the other countries, I think only the student will be able to work.
No, I mean Thailand.
Thailand, only the student will be able to work. Only the student will be able to work. Your dependent will not be able to work. Yeah, because your dependents are going to. Sorry?
I said, how many hours per week would that be?
30 hours. 30.
All right.
Yeah. But then there are always opportunities to work online. You know that. So if your dependent can't work, maybe physically because they are not students, and even you as a student, you can only work on campus. So your dependents can always, get jobs online. Everyone works online these days, so they can get remote jobs in any part of the world, and they can work.
Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Okay, any other question? Please just go ahead and.
Yes, doctor. Hello, doctor.
Hello, go ahead, please. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, ma.
Good afternoon. Happy New Year.
Thank you very much, ma. I really listened to your presentation. It's a very good presentation, ma.
Thank you very much.
What I want to ask is like, in all the field for masters and PhD students, I can see they're only meant for social sciences. It's like engineering is not involved.
No, we don't have engineering covered for now. We're still working towards that. As soon as we get that, we will present to everyone. For now, what we have is the humanities management courses mostly, and nursing.
That's okay, ma.
You're welcome. Okay, any other question? Feel free to ask for, if you have any other question in any other area that we cover. So
sorry, ma. Hello, ma.
Okay, go ahead, please. Go ahead.
One other challenge is because there are people I intend introducing, and I've introduced some people to ARUS.
Okay.
But the challenges I have is, for someone that graduated as BSc in Nigeria with third class.
Okay.
and you want to study abroad.
Okay.
What will happen to such candidate?
Okay. Yes, okay, so this is the issue. ARROS does not set the university requirements. The universities have standard requirements that the student has to meet. But usually we have supported many students, even with passes, to go to study abroad. The issue is that you can't afford to be choosy when you have a very low qualification. Because I'll give you an example. A university is saying you must have a minimum of 3.0 CGPA for you to be admitted, and you have 1.5, 1.7. It's very hard for you to be able to get in. So what we usually do is, as an organization, because of our relationship with these institutions, we make a case for you. And with this case, we need to provide some documentations. So if you are able to provide the documentations, then it will make it easy for us to make that case. If you can't provide documentation, then we have issues because there is nothing to use to make your case. No, it's like making a case in court. You have to be able to provide evidence. So for example, when we are making cases for you, sometimes we'll ask you, what work experience do you have? So now, where that is an issue, I remember that we have had a case where someone had, I think, about 10 years work experience, which is fantastic. Unfortunately, the work experience does not match the area that the person wants to go for study. So it has to match. So if I am, for example, I'm a teacher, and I've been teaching for, say, 5 years, but I studied, let's say I studied management for my bachelor's degree, and I had a third class. Now I want to go ahead and do, let's say, logistics management for my master's degree. But I have been working in logistics for the past 5 years. So despite the fact that my qualification is low or poor, because I have experience in the line that I'm intending to go to, the university may waive the admission requirement. But if I have been a teacher for 5 years and my bachelor's degree is poor, and now I want to go and study in a different field, the university is not going to listen to that. It's going to be really hard, if not impossible, for such a student to get it. That's the challenge that usually happens in such situations. So the summary of it is the fact that someone has a third class or even a pass does not mean that they cannot go forward. It just means that we have to be able to sit down together, reason out what are the options that are open to them. And then they have to also make sure that whatever options they are choosing aligns with their experience. If there is a disparity there, we won't be able to help. Our hands are tied.
That's okay, ma'am.
Thank you.
Disclaimer, very, very clear. Thank you very much, ma'am.
You're welcome. Any other question?
Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
Hello.
Go ahead,
good morning.
please.
Well done so far. God bless you. God bless you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.
God bless you. My question is that I did HND in Business Administration and Management, and I intend to do my master on ICT. So what are the requirements and the procedures, ma'am?
One challenge will be HND. Most universities don't accept HND to go directly for masters. Even in Nigeria, it's not allowed in many cases. You need a postgraduate diploma.
Okay.
You need a postgraduate diploma that gives you a crossing to the field that you are going to. So I would say, is either you opt for a postgraduate diploma or a postgraduate certificate in the country where you want to go, or you get a postgraduate diploma or certificate from Nigeria, and then you can apply for a master's degree in your area of choice.
Okay, which best option do you advise me to go for? Is it for the country I want to study the master's, or?
It depends on you. It depends on how much you're willing to spend. It depends on your budget. If you have the budget to go ahead, to go abroad, by all means, I would say go, especially at this time. But if the budget is not there, then if you need time to raise money, I would say spend that time studying at home and raise the money so that by the time you are done with your postgraduate diploma, at least you have, it's just that it's difficult to even know when you are likely to finish the program because of the way things go. Because you may start now and then you end up spending 2 years, 3 years doing a 9 months program. So that's the challenge. So I would say if you have the fund, by all means, please go and do it outside.
Okay. Maybe I will chat you up privately so that we can discuss more. Thank you, man.
It's okay, no problem. You're welcome.
Yes.
Pastor Oladimeji, please go ahead.
Good morning, ma.
Good afternoon from here. Happy New Year, sir.
Mind-blowing presentation. I asked something. I asked the question of that. Is there age in Canada?
Sorry?
Is there age limit for Canada?
Oh, okay. If it's for studying, yes. No. Yes, because, for example, if you are 40 years old and you want to go for a bachelor's program, Canada usually will not give you visa. You will get the offer, but when it comes to visa, you're going to have issues. So Canada has some age limit kind of on masters, on bachelor's and master's programs. So for your bachelor's program, you should be less than 25. For your master's program, you should be less than 35 in most cases. For PhD program, there are no age limits, so to say, no age limits. The only challenge is depending on which field you are operating, if you are able to prove, you are able to show that going for this program is going to help you in your current employment, then by all means, you are covered, you're okay.
Yeah, sorry, you didn't say anything. Proof of for Canada, and I didn't you for.
You are breaking, sir. You are breaking. Can you?
Sorry, I said you didn't say anything about proof of fund for Canada and
proof of fund for Canada and
scholarship.
Scholarship. Okay. Scholarships in Canada is too diverse. It's not something that we can cover in a chat like this. We're going to need to do a special session for that. But most of the universities, can you please mute your mic, sir? Okay, thank you. Most of the universities have what is known as entry scholarship, which means you don't even need to apply for it. The moment you are offered admission in a particular institution, you get the scholarship automatically. And some of the universities have merit scholarship. In that case, you have to apply, go in, register before you can apply for those scholarships. So you must be a student in the particular university before you can get that. Then there are also general scholarships that are available to the general public that you can apply for. So you find them online, they are open at specific times in the year, and you can apply for them and you can use them to study in any university. Then they do have scholarships that are specific for different fields. I think I've done a session on that before. It's available on YouTube. So if you are studying in the arts or you are studying in the sciences, there are STEM scholarships, there are art scholarships, there are creative scholarships. So depending on the field of your study, you can always explore which scholarships options are available. In terms of proof of fund, there is a standard. The total amount of your fees, total amount of your tuition plus your living expense is required as your proof of fund. So if you are going to, so it's not fixed. If you are going to study in University A and your tuition is, say, $20,000, 20,000 Canadian dollars, and the living expense in that region is 10,000 Canadian dollars. it means that your proof of fund is expected to be nothing less than 30,000 Canadian dollars. But for us, based on our experience, we will always ask you, add something on top, minimum 10%. Add on top of that, and that will give you your proof of fund. And you may be studying in the same institution, and your proof of fund will be different because your tuition may be different. Only your living expenses will be the same. So if your tuition is different, your total proof of fund requirements will be different. So it's a function of which province you're studying at and how much your tuition is. So that's what will come together as your proof of fund.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Good morning. Good morning. Please go ahead.
In the case of someone like me, I study computer science, and I wanted to go further to study a bachelor degree, maybe bachelor program, in Thailand. So
bachelor.
How do I go about it?
Okay, you have already completed computer science bachelor's.
Computer science, HND.
HND, okay. So now you want to go ahead to do a bachelor's program in the same field, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. In that case, usually because you already have an HND, it's not assumed to be equivalent to the bachelor's program, but what you can do is you can apply for the bachelor's program. When you get in, you can ask for them to do an evaluation of your HND credentials, your HND transcripts. And when they do it, they may waive some courses for you. And they tell you, okay, you don't need to do this course again. They will factor in the one that you have already done. So that's how that works. And that works not only in Thailand, in every country you can do that.
So how do I go about it? How do I apply for it? Because I'm interested. I wanted to apply.
So I would say just see the phone number at the bottom of the screen.
Okay.
The screen that I shared earlier, or let me just call it out for anyone that needs to reach out to Arrows, +6011 2174 8309 +6011 2174 8309. That's the office number. So just reach out, just chat up the office and say, this is, I'm the one who asked a question about this previously during the call, and this is my situation. So just go ahead. Okay, so the phone number has been posted in the chat box, so you can just copy from there.
The second question is that I have a sister that she graduated from this one of the college, nursing school here in Nigeria, and she wanted to further on education also in Thailand.
Okay.
So, is there any provision?
So there is a provision for nursing. I presented that earlier. So let me just quickly go there. Maybe you haven't joined the call at the time. Yeah. So okay, so this is about the nursing program. So you can see it on the screen. Okay. There is a general discount, which is about 20,000 baht for the nursing program. So this is the fee for the first year, 320,000 baht. Second year, 160,000. Third year, 160,000. And fourth year, 160,000. So the total for all the 4 years is equivalent to about $23,000 US, which means about 5,600 per year. About $5,600 per year, yes, which you can pay over 2 semesters. So you can still divide that into 2, and then so that's the fee structure.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. And then I also want to say something briefly about transfer programs, because we've had a number of cases where students are already studying in from other countries and they are interested in moving on to other countries where they have better opportunities. For example, let's say you are studying in a nation where you are not permitted to work and you want to switch over to, say, the Thailand or Hungary. Today, the presentation I made is for universities in Thailand, our partner universities in Thailand, where you can study, you can start your study there, and then you can complete it in Hungary or China or Malaysia, or I think that there is one other country there. But maybe next session, I'm going to present to you opportunities that are directly in Hungary, where you can actually just go to Hungary to study. But for both of these cases, you can work while you're studying. The challenge we have with Thailand is, for now, apart from nursing, every other course that is covered is in the social sciences and education. There are no engineering courses, there are no other science courses. We only have nursing and social sciences and education. So, but for Hungary, we're going to have more options, maybe next time during my presentation in the next session. We'll see what other options are available there. But all of this gives you opportunities for, a lot of scholarship opportunities that you can explore. And like I said, what is also very good for this is the fact that master's and PhD students are also covered. Because previously, for master's and PhD students, we are unable to offer formal support that involves the university. It's only our support. But this time around, we can support you together with the university, which makes your life easier. And then we have these opportunities for you to actually study free of charge with conditions. So this is the master's. If you want to study completely 100% tuition free, you can, but you must publish 5 journal papers before you graduate for master's degree. For PhD, you must publish 12 journal papers before you graduate. You can study total 100% free. So it depends on you. So the options are there for you. If you think it's something that you can do, sure. If you're not sure and you want to talk to us to see whether it's something that you should explore, also feel very free to reach out to us. And before I finally, I think I have a few other people. Ara, please go ahead, unmute yourself. After Ara, Patricia, please let's have you. Then I'll just have some closing words.
Hello?
Hello, go ahead, please.
Hello, Ma, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
All right. So my question is, there's this, I don't want to call it a mentality, but it's more of like it's a fact, right? That there's universities that are better than others. In rankings, in the way that people want to see you, the university you study, it matters. But how do you, what's your advice as to, because I want to further my education in Canada, probably transfer or do my master's there. And I also want to start a life there. I want to work there. So I don't want to, I have this worry where I think of, if I go to a university that is seen as mediocre or is seen as low class, then employers might kind of look down on you, and even co-workers, and it might affect the way that, it might affect the kind of opportunities you get, the kind of opportunities you're able to take. So I don't know if you can advise on that, or how you see it, if it's true, if it's not, if universities are all seen as same, even abroad. Because even in Nigeria, right, there's even though things in Nigeria are upside down, there is still OAU, there's UI, then there's, I don't want to mention other ones, but those ones are kind of seen as top covenants, right? So I don't know if this is also applicable in somewhere like Canada, and what do you advise?
Okay, thank you very much for your question. I'm going to say yes and no to your question, because how many people can go to Harvard? How many people can go to Stanford? How many people can graduate from MIT? But every day people are getting jobs, even though they didn't graduate from those universities. And when it comes to some countries, say for example, a country like Canada. Canada does not differentiate mediocre university from non-mediocre university. If your university is given a DLI certification, it means that it is good. And so you study there, whatever you study, you get employed. I'm not sure I have ever had a case of anyone who said, oh, I tried to apply and they didn't give me a job because of the university I graduated from. No, I've never heard of that before. And even if you say, let's say, for example, you studied electrical engineering from a university in, let me say, Thailand or Malaysia or Myanmar or in Indonesia, and then you are competing for a job with someone who graduated from MIT or Stanford, except if the opportunity available is just one. That is where you can worry about maybe they will give preference to this person. But today, employers are also understanding that this university does not matter. It is the students that matters. When you went through this university, did the university also go through you? What are you able to do? Today, people are not even going to any university physically now. People are studying online and getting certification online, and they are getting employed. So we have gone beyond that stage where somebody is going to say, oh, because you graduated from ABC University in my village, therefore they don't want to employ you. No, everybody wants to employ people who can do the job. Personally, I don't care where you graduated from. Can you do the job? Yes, please come on board. You graduated from MIT, can you do the job? No, please get lost. It's as simple as that. So don't worry your head too much about whether you are going to a mediocre university and all that. See, the thing about this life is that people will always try to create a situation where they can show that they are better than some other persons. You cannot rule out that. You'll be surprised that even people who graduated from MIT will probably have issues of ego among themselves, depending on which department you graduated from. This is a human thing, so it's not something that you should worry about. What you should worry about is your skill. Do you have the skill? If you sit together or if you work together in the same organization with someone who graduated from MIT or from Harvard or from Stanford, are you able to prove your mettle? Are you able to show that you are capable? That is what I believe is most important. It is not about where you graduated from or where you didn't graduate from. So that is something that I think is very important to note. And the cost of living, I was just been reminded, cost of living in Thailand is around about $382 per month, between $380 and $700 per month. So, and I'm sure you can actually cut it much lower by choosing to live not in an expensive way. International students can always find their way around such things. You can share, you can cook your own meals instead of playing the big boy or big girl and eating from restaurants. These are all options that you have for cutting down on the expenses, and they work. So we go for Patricia now. So let's have Patricia.
Good morning, ma.
Good morning.
Though you answered my question already, but I still want to ask another one. Like, why studying nursing? Can someone work?
Yes, you can work. You can work.
And aside this Thailand of a thing, is there no other country that covers for nursing
We are covering 30 countries. We are covering 30 countries, and there is nothing in all of them.
That we cover for loan.
For loan?
Yes.
The loan that are available at the moment is only for US and Canada, and unfortunately, they don't cover nothing.
Okay.
But you can work.
Okay.
Yeah, but if you're able to get in for nursing, I will say the opportunities are limitless. So it's just to get in.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. So you're welcome. I have Timothy Olajide. Please go first. Then after him, Gideon Ojuade. Yeah, so let's start.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Yeah, I would like to appreciate the wonderful work that the RO education is doing.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Must attest that my son applied through you people last year, and as we speak, he is in Vancouver, Canada.
Wow! Congratulations, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much. Appreciate.
You're welcome.
The question I want to ask, he has been there now. Assuming he wants to apply for loan, what is the process? Then
to apply for what?
Loan, student loan.
Oh, loan, student loan. Okay.
Yes. Then again, I heard that they have increased the post-graduation work permit to 3 years now. I want to ask if he's qualified, and if he's qualified, what is the process? Same way. What is the process of applying for it? Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir, and congratulations once again. Let me start from the last question. He is qualified the post-graduation work permit, the new policy takes effect from September this year, September 2024. That's when it will go into effect, and students don't need to apply for it. It is provided as long as you have been offered admission. So if you're already studying, when you graduate, it is automatically provided for you. That is one. As for the loan, yeah, that's the first question, the loan part. So loans that are available at the moment covers only 2 years of study. So which means if someone is doing a bachelor's program, they can only apply for it in their 3rd year to cover their 3rd and 4th year. But for those that are doing master's degree, yes, they can apply for it. Not every course is covered. So if his course is covered, then he can apply. And the process will be just tell him that he should chat with arrows, and then we will take him through the process.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome,
I
sir.
appreciate it.
Okay, so we're having Gideon Ojuade next, and then Abno will follow. Let's go. And sorry, on the loan too, not every school is also covered. Some schools are not, loans are not available in some schools. So we'll have to see if he chats arrows up, we'll have to see if his current institution is covered by the loan. If not, he may need to consider maybe switching schools. That might be an option to consider. So please go ahead, Gideon Ojuade.
Good morning, ma.
Good morning.
Thank you for this wonderful work that you have been doing, and the way you are keeping it simple. We appreciate you. Now, my question is, I want to go in for PhD, and currently I've published some papers already. Will that count as part of what could be considered for my publications?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. So in terms of the PhD, it depends. If the entry requirement includes publication, then the papers that you have already published will be covered. But if it is graduation requirement, it will not be covered. The reason is this. If you study in a particular institution or you are working in an institution, when you publish, that paper is attached to that institution because you, as either the author or the corresponding author, your institution is listed and it is recognized as the publisher of that paper. So when you go to another institution to study, papers that you have published that are affiliated to your previous institution cannot be considered by the new institution as part of your requirement. So you are going to have to publish in their own name with their own affiliation before it can be considered. I hope I answered your question.
Thank you. I'm satisfied.
Okay, you're welcome.
Hello,
Okay, so taking two last questions before we go, I guess. Abno first, then Jeffrey's iPhone.
Yes, ma. I still want to make a request in favor of my sister that she has just finished her school. I don't know if I can assist her to secure a job because now that she has finished her school and there isn't any job here in Nigeria for her to get. So I don't know if
for now, we don't do employment. The only employment that we are connected with will be employment after students have registered in their institutions. So sorry, we might not be able to help with that. But like I said, since she studied nursing, there's a huge amount of opportunity for people in the medical field everywhere in the world now. So she just needs to find a way out.
Let me say she has to
Sorry?
apply for the school, right? I said,
sorry, I didn't hear you.
Apply for the study first.
Yes, she has to. Yes.
Apply for the study first.
She has to apply for study, get in, then she can start exploring our opportunities over there.
All right.
Okay, so Abno, you're welcome. Yes, go on to you.
Thank you, ma.
Welcome. Go on, go ahead, Abno, if you still have a question.
That's all I want to ask.
Okay. Oh, okay. You are the one I didn't say that. Okay. So, any other question? I think if not, I guess.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, go ahead.
I have a question, ma'am. Though I've asked a question before, so I want just dropping. I just want to ask anyway. My question is that you said it's either I go there and study the PGD program certificate there before I can do my master if I'm financially buoyant. Now the question is that if I'm opportunity to go there now and I was can I work and also be doing the PGD program? Can I be working and be doing the program?
Yes. Every student is allowed to work 30 hours. 30 hours for it, so you can work. Hello? Oh, you didn't hear me? I said, yes, you can work. You are allowed to work. If you are talking about Thailand, you can work 30 hours per week. If you are talking about US, Canada, or Australia, or UK, you can work 20 hours per week.
It's breaking.
Oh, that must be yours, maybe. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me now? Okay, so yes, I'm saying that yes, you can work. You can work 30 hours per week in Thailand or Hungary. You can work 20 hours per week in UK, US, Canada, or Australia.
Okay, that is nice. And the next question is that you talk about age limits. You said if someone wants to study a bachelor degree will be lesser than 25 years old, while masters will be lesser than 35 years old. But I'm already more than 35 years.
That is usually for Canada. That's for Canada. Canada has that kind of age. It's not that it's not absolute. There are people that are beyond those age limits and they've been given visa, but it is always advisable not to be if you have the choice because of visa. As for admission, you will definitely get admission, but the visa officer may not be convinced of what your intention, and that is very important when it comes to visa. And it's usually about Canada, not other countries. Other countries don't really put so much emphasis on age, but Canada is a bit particular. So if you are, for example, now you are thinking about going for studying
PhD.
master's degree, okay. Your PhD, postgraduate diploma, and you are over 30, but you have work experience, that will justify your age, because it means that you have been working and now you want to improve yourself, which is allowed. So you don't have any problem.
Okay, man. So you can see me through that, man, right?
Yes, 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 we can.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, we can. You're welcome. And so I think who's the last? I saw one hand up just now. Yasalu. Is it still there? No. Okay. So I think that will bring us to the end of today's session. And I want to say thank you very much for staying with us too. And hopefully the information we have provided will be of help to you in this going on this journey this year. And sincerely, this year, one of our goals is to see like 10 times more students supported to go abroad this year than we were able to do in the past year. And for all the people that were able to make it last year, we say congratulations to you. For those that are preparing to leave, because we have a number of people that are preparing to leave anytime from now, we say congratulations to you too, and we wish you all the best when you go to your study nations. Please stay in touch with us. So that you can share your experience with others. And I think that's one other thing that we're going to also do this year. We're going to bring in those that have already gone to share their experience with you. We are going to bring people that are living in some of those countries to share experience, to let you know that it's not as bad as it seems. Because if you keep planning and waiting for when everything is going to be perfect to go, the truth is you're not going to get there. You won't get there. So everything in life takes faith. So you have to step out on the waters. So we will support you through that. We'll do what we can. What we cannot promise you is say we are going to deliver visa to you, because that is the prerogative of the immigration officer. But we will make sure that we support you in a way that makes you 100% ready to qualify. That's what we can promise. So please, before you go, if you don't mind, kindly open your cameras and let's take a screenshot. That would be nice for us. So please, let's see your faces. Thank you. Thank you very much. Carlos, can you please help? Okay. Thank you very much, everyone. So if there is any pressing issue, I'm going to wait some 10 minutes as usual to chat with anyone that has anything pressing to discuss. And then, but for others, we are through with the program and you're very free to go on with the OM best for this weekend. Thank you very much.